I'm Missy. Welcome to Two P.E.A.S and a podcast.
Welcome back.
Wow.
Welcome back. And thank you for joining us.
Yes, I can't see. My eyes are out of focus.
Here, you want my glasses?
No. Look, somebody wants to say hi to you all. Say hi. You made the podcast, No. You made the podcast, Mama. Yes. Okay, Mama, but you can't stay up here, okay? All right.
Our first guest.
We got another guest somewhere around here. Y'all probably gonna hear her because, scruffy. But, hey, so how are you doing today?
I am doing just wonderful.
I see you drinking your healthy drink. It's in the shot. So
yes.
share with them. What is that?
It's a smoothie.
Is cucumber in there?
That's spinach.
Oh, okay. What's
Fruits.
the white? Okay.
Fruits and pineapples, mangoes, strawberries, peaches, and spinach.
Okay, that's good.
Spinach.
Somebody on their healthy food kit.
Look, I got to do something. Someone knocking at the door.
Yeah, well, I was trying to be healthy until this weekend, which was kind of fun. I thought it was a black rodeo, but it wasn't the rodeo. It is a trail ride. And what that is, a lot of people with horses. I didn't realize there's so many people who own horses, especially so many black people. Like, really. So they all come together and they camp out. And they take their horses and, do these trails with the horses, which is a nice concept. I mean, it was a little kid.
What if you ain't got a horse? Did they let you borrow their horse?
People who don't own horses probably sit around the campfire like I did and eat. Oh my God, it was such a fun experience. Eat like you. We almost lived off the land except for when we went to the hotel, but when I wasn't camping.
Wait a minute, y'all didn't camp out?
Girl, no, wasn't camping out.
You gotta do get the full experience.
Okay, you can do that. You can do that. I ain't gonna stop you.
Fine then. So I wonder if they still have the horses in Philly on like the movie that Idris Elba made about the Cowboys in Philly.
I saw that was on Netflix.
I think it was.
I saw it but never looked at it. I saw the Oh, it was good.
It was good. I thought it was good.
Okay, I might check it out.
It was good, especially since it's, I like stuff that's true,
Okay.
But I know that they were saying like at the end of the movie they showed like the real the people who played the characters in there. They showed the real Cowboys people, whatever, and I think they like closed it down. Or I know they had to move their horses somewhere else or something. But
it was a lot of people with young people.
Well, they live down south, so they probably got them big houses with all that land.
Yeah,
all that horse land.
The little guy that was in our group, let's see, he had his 2 sons, his girlfriend, himself. Those were 4 horses. Then he said he had a couple of more horses at home.
Where he get all them horses from?
He raised the horses.
Oh, and then the horse have a baby, and then he be like, "This is your horse," and that.
And he's young. He's a young guy.
Oh wow!
And we had the RV out there, the camp, the tents. Now we would have done an RV, but we waited too late to try to rent an RV. So the hotel. So, yeah. I enjoyed myself. So shout out to the Barnyard the Barnyard Boys.
The Barnyard.
The Barnyard Boys
Cowboys.
Trail Ride in Selma, North Carolina this past weekend. Had a lot of fun.
Okay. We need you guys to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
I know our 6 or 7 super fans have already liked, shared, and subscribed. Can you forward it?
Right. Share. Like, share. Jessica shares after every episode. She'll go share our episode on her social media page. So for our super fans, for those who have social media, share a link to our webisode on your social media. Yes. And people will,
Yes, I know a few other super fans on my side do. So
Okay.
pretty good.
So,
Shout out to our super fans.
Yes.
Welcome back.
You want to name them?
Jessica,
Auntie, Dana, Renee, Tanya, BJ, Jennifer. That's it. Those are our. We have people that come in, but these are the super fans from like day one.
You're always supporting us. We do appreciate your support.
Yes, we do.
So,
and let's shout out Sakura.
Oh yeah, shout out to Sakura for watching.
Sakura sent us a text this weekend. She was like, I am watching this show and I can't even get my work done because I'm too busy in here talking to y'all, which is the whole concept. Like, it's just a conversation. Yes. Like, today's episode is really about hot topics and
pretty much,
just a little catch up because we haven't really even talked since last week. Interesting. Oh no, because I went out of town.
And I was like really working for real this week.
I work every week, and so do you. We work every week.
I mean, I was super busy. How about that?
We go. There we go.
I was super busy this week. I had no downtime at all. Last week and this week.
Shout out to my home team, my home. What is this called? My home city, Glenarden. I'm a true Lanham girl, but it's dual Lanham. In the inner cities is Glenarden and it's Whitfield. So this is representing Glenarden and all the folks in Glenarden. Hey Glenarden, Glenarden family. Yeah,
I'm an honorary Glenardener, but I'm straight up Landover.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so our first, let's see what we have to say about it is, yesterday, I guess Cam Newton went viral, because he made a statement. And when I looked at the statement, I didn't find anything wrong with the statement, but it has people up in an uproar. And, I'm a paraphrase. Basically what he said was, he wants a woman that basically has something going on for herself, that basically she can bring something to the table. But in that same token, she knows how to cater or take care of her man. Mm-hmm. And he said, it's a lot of women out here that say, yeah, I'm a boss bee, I'm this, I'm that. And then he said, but can you cook? And this is where I guess it sent people in a fury because it's like, how are you going to use those, make those antiquated, comparisons and putting that on women now, and women have evolved. And I was like, really? Like, I understand what he was saying I don't think he was demeaning women. I think he's saying for him, this is who he wants. This is the type of woman he wants. But in the same token, there are a lot of women out here who think because they are Instagram models and that they done had a little work done, or maybe they're natural. I'm not going to say everybody who has a nice, appearance has had work done. But that is going to be your meal ticket, or that is going to be your, Powerball ticket to life. You have to come with something besides a cute face and a big bottom. You got to have some substance. I agree with Cam. I want my children, my sons, if they want women, I want the woman to be about something and also know how to take care of her family. Not saying he wouldn't ever cook, but he Cam Newton. He a millionaire. Why should he have to cook?
I see.
I don't know. We got mute time. Is this mute time?
No, it's not mute time. Normally, anything Cam Newton, I generally shy away from it because I think he's a clown. I think he makes comments and things like that just for attention a lot of times. With that being said, his comment, again, I think that was a clown comment. However, if that's your preference, that's your preference. I think where it went, well, it kind of went left was that he came off in a manner to say, to sound like if you can't cook, it's kind of like you're kind of degrading a woman who can't cook. Now, some women may think they know how to cook, but the food might taste nasty, and they may think it's good or whatever. So I'm thinking, because I listened to the clip, and from what I'm gathering, I think the controversy came from, you were raised by women. Why are you speaking down on women in this manner?
But how was he speaking down? He's talking about, he's not saying all women. He's talking about a particular type of woman. And I'm sure you wouldn't want your sons with a woman that only think she can come to the house and look cute. You're going to want a woman that's going to take care of your grandchildren, that's going to take care of her family, which includes your son, and that he don't have to come home every day to my mom, can you cook me something? Because she don't never cook. We ain't getting nothing to eat.
I don't care what kind of woman they bring home, because that's not my issue.
Ooh,
that's for them. That's for him to deal with. If he wants to bring home a woman who just looks good, that's on him. Oh. They ain't got nothing to do with me, because.
No, I'm not saying you would get involved and say leave her, but your preference.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a preference.
No, I would want something.
I
want somebody to have somebody like me.
As long as she ain't no crackhead, doing no drugs, she ain't out there abusing like that's his household. And what he allow in his household is what he allowed in his household, and vice versa. For the
I want my children, I want my sons who have women who will, get married. I want them to find a woman like me who can handle the business and can handle the house. Because I want her to be able to bring something to the table, especially if he's handling his business. I don't want him handling business and have to come home and cook and clean and all that stuff too. No. Not for me. And my desires for my children. I want them to have a balanced life. I don't want them to just have somebody cute that they can tell their friends, oh, she cute, man, but she don't know how to wash clothes. She don't know how to cook. She ain't taking care of the kids. No.
It don't bother me. That's their household. If he want to get a woman who don't do none of those things, then that's what he got to live with. I ain't got to live with it.
Is this politically correct, Tyra? Because I know real Tyra would not stand for it.
Yeah, no, I don't care. I don't care about that. What are you saying?
Okay.
The woman that my son has now, what they do in their household, that's their thing. I may comment about it. Yeah, I'm a mother. Most mothers going to say, because I run my household this way, because you don't run your household this way. We may make a comment here or there. But at the end of the day, I go to my house and they're not there, so it doesn't bother me. Again, if he wouldn't have gotten, I'll say that even with my son and his son's mother, she's picked up a lot of my ways, my habits, and because of the way that he was raised too. So when I'm not there, because he was raised this way, he'll say, no, my mother, this ain't the way my mother do it. And my son very vocal. We all know him. He's vocal. So he gonna say, my mother ain't do it that way. You doing it wrong. So he gonna tell her that. But she's also called me a lot of times that, hey, how do you cook your this?
But
how do you
she's
make that?
What Cam is saying is he don't want the chick that's just to come in his life. Now remember, this is Cam Newton talking about what he wants in a woman. Not the average Joe. We're talking about Cam Newton, who can hire cooks, who can hire nannies. He can do all of this. But he still, if I can do all of this, my woman should be able to bring something to the table, have some substance. It's too many women out here, and men. Let me go back. It's too many people, because a man will try to have a woman take care of them, and all they do is sit at home and play the game and drive around in her car and all this stuff too. So anybody that's in a relationship, if you want that relationship to work, you got to have something to bring to the table. You have to bring something to if you ain't got the finances or the wherewithal, the business savvy, at least have the domesticated part. At least, man or woman, if you're not working and you have nothing you're bringing to the table, at least keep the house clean. wash the dishes, cook the food,
But
man or woman.
But that's his preference. Everybody may not want somebody.
That's what I was saying.
To the table.
It was his preference, but people are saying he's downing women. He's not downing women. He's just saying what type of woman he wants. And we all have a type.
Well, I'm certain there's a lot of women out there that wouldn't want him out there wearing their skirts either.
That's true.
You come home and he got on your skirt talking about, I'll be back, I'm going to the store.
That's true.
So,
but I take Cam in his skirt. I love Cam Newton.
I think he's a clown. I think he does everything for attention. And this is another ploy for attention.
Well, I don't think he wants attention. I think people set it up. He was just being interviewed, sharing his views.
On something that he knew was going to bring him attention.
I don't think what he said was outlandish. I mean, I might be off, but I didn't think it was outlandish. I ain't like he's like, oh, I want to say some real derogatory stuff. He just said, and women refer to themselves, I'm a boss B. So he just said, you out here saying you're a boss B, but what can you bring to the table? I want somebody who knows how to take care of her man.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the woman taking care of her man. Because there's a lot of women out here that look down on women who do cater to their man.
Right.
And there's really nothing wrong with that either. It's to each his own. However you was raised, if you want to take care of him, fine. If you don't, fine. Because I know a lot of women who, she do this for him, and she do that for him, and and they frown and make comments to the other woman. But
I don't know what's going on outside, but it must be, and they done got Miley stirred up now. I'm sorry, guys. Mama.
So,
Mama. Miley, come on. Come to mommy. Come on. Stay here. Don't get involved with those other people. Be a woman of substance. Don't be cackling out there with the other chickens. Okay? Watch you want to cackle. But, I had a thought, Tyra. It just left me. But anyway. Oh, I was going to say, like my mother. My mother really catered to my father. And it just was normal to me, but I'm not that type to, I don't do it like my mother. My mother fixed the plate. If before we went anywhere, she made sure dinner was done. His plate is in the oven. The house is always immaculate. You ain't no time you go into my mother's house and something out of place. The bed is made every day. The clothes are washed. She took care of her home. And in taking care of her home, I mean taking care of his children and catering to him. And it worked out fine for them. And she also worked and brought something to the table. But my father really took care of my mom too. So, he appreciated it by taking care of her. Mm-hmm. And I guess,
that's more of the old school way. My grandmother was the same way with my grandfather.
And that's what Cam was saying. He said he old school.
Mm-hmm.
So, I didn't find anything wrong with Cam. If you want to call and discuss it with me,
talk to her, Cam. Don't call on my line.
I'm here.
Oh,
I've always loved Cam Newton. Now I thought he was the cutest, and even with his little fashion thing,
he must be going through that hair thing that Jay-Z going through. That the Illuminati must have told him that he got to do his hair too.
Why has it got to be the Illuminati?
That's why Jay-Z hair like that.
That's what the Illuminati hairstyle.
Mm-hmm. Because you got to sacrifice something that's really near and dear to your heart. And he didn't want to sacrifice his family. So Jay-Z's always been known for having a clean shape up. And, and so they told him, okay, well, you're going to have to give up your clean, nice haircut and just don't cut your hair. So that's why his hair is like that. He can't touch it. He can't do nothing with it. Only thing he can do is wash his hair. He can't do nothing with it. That's what they told him. That's his sacrifice, his hair. That's what I believe. It is my belief.
Right, I get that. And you believe. What are you basing this belief on?
Or the fact that I just can't see Jay-Z walking around with his hair looking like that.
Is there a book? Is there like an Illuminati book that you read that says,
No, and I wouldn't tell nobody that because I disappear.
Disclaimer. The views expressed about the Illuminati are based only in here. It's not on a book or anything that we've read or seen.
Listen, what else would make Jay-Z not cut his hair?
Could it be that he is...
I don't accept that. I just want, if he would tell me the truth, I would not say nothing else about it.
Okay.
If Jay-Z...
Not only are we
Jay-Z,
talking to
you know
Cam,
I
now we're
love
talking
you.
to Jay-Z. Jay-Z,
Jay-Z,
call her. Explain
call
to her.
me. You know, Jigga, you know how we roll. If you tell me, then I can go ahead and I'll let it die. And I won't push it so the people will know the truth. But right now...
Could it be that he just wants to be his authentic, natural self in the boardroom and tell the board people, you have to accept me. It's not about my hair. It's about what's inside my head. And that's the message. He's really trying to free up those who are like him, who are not accepted. And he wants them to be accepted because they have to accept him. Because he's a billionaire walking into the boardroom with his Illuminati hair.
How did he get to be that billionaire?
He's smart.
Illuminati.
He's smart. Now I won't do that. I'm not gonna take that. And I'm gonna say I'm a little offended when people say when black people become successful, it's Illuminati, but when white people become successful, they're just successful. I don't want to take away from nobody's success. He's a billionaire because he's a billionaire. He had money before he was Jay-Z the rapper. He just had illegal money, allegedly. But he's always...
White people in Illuminati too. What are you talking about?
Well, nobody ever brings that up. I never hear people talk about people in the Illuminati that's white. It's always, but soon as some white gains some
you don't
success.
think that Tom Cruise and all them Scientology people are not, they're not hiding behind Illuminati with the word Scientology?
I don't know, because I haven't studied it, so... But I just don't think when black people become successful, the reason they're successful is because of the Illuminati. I'm not gonna, even if it's true, I'm not gonna subscribe to it. They got it, they earned it. Let's go.
Well,
that's Missy's opinion.
That's my view on Jay-Z and the hair is that's his sacrifice to the Illuminati. But.
Well, where's the Illuminati? Why the Illuminati can't come to me? Because I know my
you
head.
don't watch that show. It's a show. What's the show? Y'all, what is the show? It's a show. Like it's a show on God. And I watched this show. And it's like geared around like a group that's like the Illuminati. And like the guy was like, it was like he was on to them. And then they killed him. God, what's the name of that show? It's a black show. It's on, I watched this show. When
what channel is on?
It's on.
Or is it on like your B
cable.
channel?
It's on a cable. God, I'm trying to think who's in the show. I can't think of it right now, but it's like one of my good shows that I can't wait for it to come back on again. But anyways, they always say their tagline is, it's for the greater good of the people. And anybody who says that generally are
a part of
the Lord. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, no, I know that there are cults out here and you know, organizations that benefit from a level of brainwashing. But you know, I don't know. Is Kanye a part of the Illuminati?
No, I think it's games people play.
Okay.
I think it's games people play.
Okay, she's gonna research in the middle.
Think it's games.
In the middle of the show, she will research it.
Because y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it is when you with something on your mind and it won't.
Right, it won't let go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it is. It's games people play. Let me see. Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait for that to come back on. That's my show too.
Okay, I'm glad.
So, okay, moving on. Trending, not trending topics, because that's somebody else says that. We don't want to say. What's trending now?
congratulations to Ketanji for becoming, voted in as the first Black female Supreme Court justice.
Yes. Did you see that little article where it was something where they went back to where she was in elementary school and she put that down as
I
her
saw one of my
Alfonso
had posted
that's pretty neat, pretty cool.
You got to speak it, and then you got to live it. You got to put the work in. Yes. Anything is achievable if you only believe.
Yes.
And work towards it.
It might not be too late for me to be a surgeon.
Hey.
I've always wanted to be a surgeon when I was a kid.
You can. Next time I get a splinter, I'm calling you. That's a form of surgery. Mm-hmm. But as far as my brain, you can't touch it. Not right now. I don't know. Were you good in science? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, no, not really.
Let's see. Let's think. Okay, so you already got 4 years. So then you would have to go to graduate school. So that's another 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then medical school.
Yeah, graduate school 2 years.
2 years.
2 years grad school, 4 years of medical school.
Okay, so we have 6 years. And then residency.
I'm not doing all that because I don't even want to go back to get my master's. So I tried and dropped out because I was like, I don't feel like it. I don't want to do school no more. I'm over school.
Okay.
But yes, no.
In your next life, be a surgeon.
I'm probably not because I don't like blood.
You just said right here that you wanted to be a surgeon.
I did until I realized I didn't like the sight of blood. Jesus. That's when I stopped. That and then my father was like, no, when they came out with the AIDS, he was like, she can't be no doctor because they got them AIDS and don't nobody know where it's come from. She can't be operated. That was before when it first came out and nobody knew anything about it. So he was over it. He was like, nope, not paying for you to go to school for that, sister.
Right. Yeah.
So let's talk about that Ebony cover with Teyana Taylor and her family.
Shout out to Ebony and one of our
Renee.
super fans.
Renee.
Super fan works for Ebony.
Give me one of them copies, Renee. And can you get them to sign it for me? Gosh. Thank you.
Funny. But yeah, shout out to Renee who works for Ebony. And we participated in the Ebony activity last week. Or
the week before that.
Right. They were doing a promotion for STEM students, Black female STEM students. Mm-hmm. And I think the hashtag was just me and my Ebony. So Ebony no longer really is, they do have limited publication where they, where you can find the actual magazine in the store, but it has moved to a online
subscription.
Right. So, everybody, you remember Ebony. Let's show Ebony some love. They really are trying.
Yes.
To be a positive presence in our community. So let's try to support them.
Yes. And that family is so beautiful.
They are. They are. They kind of Will and Jada-ish too.
I'm not putting that out there.
Should have put it out there. They've been interviewed millions of times about it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They just had a conversation. They made a decision about how they wanted their marriage to work, and it's working for them thus far. But yes, I actually love Teyana Taylor as an artist.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Teyana.
She has an old soul. She uses a lot of like old school samples, and I'll be vibing off the music. So yes, Tiana and Iman and the babies.
And yes, and then the oldest little girl, she's going to definitely be in the business.
Yeah, she has a personality.
They already grooming her, and yes, she definitely does.
Oh, so. I know a trending topic.
What?
Girl. Okay, so the views expressed by me are mine only.
Which means y'all know it's not going to be my view.
No, I don't know if this is going to be your view, but this might not be a popular view.
Oh, I'm scared of this one. All right. Let her roll.
So Britney Spears posted that she's pregnant. Now, remember when they were, hashtag free Britney because they wanted her father to stop having control over her life? And I was sitting there going, leave the people alone. It is clear to me that Britney Spears has mental health issues. Clearly to me. I don't know if it's clear to anybody else, but it's clear to me she has mental health issues. And, I think at the time during his, control, she was on birth control. Because we already see what happened when she had the other 2 children and her husband became rich off of the child support. Not saying Kevin Federline is not a great dad and didn't take care of his kids and wanted to, but I think he had to. But that was his livelihood. Okay? Now here we go with the new husband or new fiance. I don't know if they got married yet. Now she's pregnant. Now she has control of her life. What y'all think gonna happen now? She gonna have a baby. He gonna divorce her, take the baby, and now he's set for life. Please, Britney Spears' father, please sign some type of motion in court to try to get control back. Or should we just let this play out, Jamie?
No,
you want just let this play out so that Britney will come back to you and say, Daddy, I apologize. I should have allowed you to help me.
They should give her a conservator, but they should not let it be her father. They should let it be somebody else.
They can whoever. I don't think her father stole her money. He didn't. There were no allegations of him stealing her money or treating her bad. It was just the mere fact that he had the control, and she kept going on social media talking about, "I want my life back. I need control." But she's on there
how do you know that he didn't steal the money?
There were no allegations.
I'm certain that
if there were allegations of misappropriation, we would have heard about it. And we would have heard big about it. She just wanted control of her life. But clearly...
you don't think that this man know how to cover up, buy himself some stuff with the money?
Okay, so let me say this. I'm not saying it couldn't have happened. All I'm saying is it wasn't reported that that it happened. So I'm not going to say he did it if there's nothing out there for me to say.
I said he did it. He stole the money.
Well, you the same one with the Illuminati hairdo, so I'm not going to use you as a credible source for this news.
I am all credible. Speaking of Britney Spears, so I was listening to the Columbus Short story on Audible. He did like a little short stories talking about him. And, the situation that happened where they thought that he was going crazy or whatever and stuff. And his short story, because, he started out dancing. And
a Britney Spears story.
Yes,
Do tell.
So, he started out dancing. And one of his things was he saw Britney on TV. He's like, one day I'm going to choreograph for her. And so... He
was a choreographer?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
The stuff you learned on 2 Peas in a podcast.
Yep. And so, he was, he started, he had a friend or somebody who knew somebody who was dancing, and they got him in there. So, he did end up being a dancer for her. He ended up doing some choreography for her or whatever. So, they ended up doing, going like on tour with her and everything. And so her management team had came to him and said, because it started being obvious that she liked him. And so the press
during the Justin Timberlake days, because she did.
It's around. It was like I don't know if it was after Justin Timberlake or before, but he did mention something about Justin too. But
juicy.
But the paparazzi start kind of catching them in positions that they made it try to make it seem like, oh, she's messing with her dancer, Columbus Short or whatever. And so then he was like, they told him to stay away from her. just do your dance thing on stage, whatever. But don't get caught with her. Don't go nowhere with her. Don't do nothing. Don't be nowhere alone with her, whatever. Trying to clean it up or whatever. Hunty, Miss Britney had it hot for him, Hunty. She was not playing games with them people, and she did not care. He had a girlfriend because he was going with another dancer, another one of her backup dancers. They had a whole girlfriend that everybody knew about. Britney decided that she wants to go out, or she wants them all to spend a weekend or something, go rent out a house, and everybody's going. It's like him and his girlfriend. It was another couple or whatever, and it was Britney, and then maybe somebody else, whatever. Not nobody like a couple with her. Well, honey, first of all, she kept pushing up on him. He was like, no. So then she got mad. Basically sexually harassed the man and told him if he don't, you getting kicked off the tour. So he was like,
that's called quid pro quo.
Yes. So he was like, what was I supposed to do? If I don't, she gonna kick me off the tour. If I do, then the management team was gonna kick me off the tour. He was like, I was stuck in a rock and a hard place. So he said he gave in. One time, he said.
As fraternity court says, it only takes one time.
He said he gave in one time. Then he said, Britney was struck after that, honey. So when they went out to the little weekend things, he was like, look, don't say nothing. They already told us to stay away from each other. Blah, blah, blah. So she's like, oh, I'm going over there. Columbus, go with me. Oh, Columbus, go with me. Everybody, she went, Columbus, come. So everybody's looking like, okay, something happened now. And then we know something going on for her to be going. Girl, they played Truth or Dare on the little trip that they went on, the vacation trip. He said, he was like, oh my God, I just hope she don't say nothing. I hope she don't. They asked Britney, if you could marry one person today, who would it be?
And she said Columbus.
She said Columbus. Girlfriend sitting right there. All the other dancers sitting right there looking. They like, he said he was just like. But he said that everybody already knew it was obvious that she liked him. Right. So he said they turned to the girlfriend and asked her the same question. The question went all the way around and asked her. She said Columbus. So, long story short, he tried to put her in her place and was like, no, you got to stop. This can't happen, da, 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 da. She got mad and fired him.
Wow. That was a good story.
Yes.
I just felt very, very bad for Britney because I do recognize that she has mental health issues, and I'm not privy to her private life, behind closed doors, but I just have a sense that her fiance or husband or whatever he is may be taking advantage of the situation. And it was, he was with her when she was creating this, uproar about free Britney. And, at the time I was like, yeah, free her. And then she'll be broke. And then she's going to be looking at her father like, why did you do this? Why did you let this happen? Because you know how children do. You keep telling them, no, the fire's hot. Don't touch. Don't touch. But they want to touch it anyway. And it's not until they get burned that then they're like, but mommy, yeah, okay. So I'm just like sitting back with my popcorn, even though I got diverticulitis and shouldn't be eating popcorn. I'm sitting back with my popcorn and just watching how this plays out.
I'm not. She's of no concern to me.
I know. She's really not with me, but society just tries to control every aspect of people's lives just because of how they feel, not really looking at the totality of the situation. The girl already lost her 2 sons and could not raise them. So here comes a third child. As soon as she gets freed, she gets pregnant. To bring another child into this drama?
I don't know for
America.
Her. I mean, she sat up there and sexually harassed that daggone boy.
Well, it's not about her. It's about the child. She's bringing another child into this.
I'm talking about her. Her and whatever going on with her. She get what she deserved, and she shouldn't.
That's true.
She shouldn't have did that to that man.
That's true. I agree.
And causing problems between him and his girlfriend.
Did he marry the girl? Did he marry the girl?
No, he actually didn't.
Well, okay, so nobody won.
But his story was really interesting. Really interesting. His mother, she like stole his money. The mother and the stepfather. The stepfather stole the money. He was just like, and I just keep. He was speaking on his, on I guess him. Not to say that mental illness pop up. You know how he was just spazzing out or whatever. They were saying he was spazzing out, but he was speaking on how he's too forgiving, and he keeps allowing people. They burn him. He let them back in to give him another chance. They burn him again. And he's just like...
Is he 50 yet?
No, he's still young.
Once he get 50, he'll realize.
That's too old. He only like 37.
Well, then when he get 45...
I know. I looked it up because I wanted to see if I can get with him.
And...
He's over the 10-year mark.
What age ain't nothing but a number? Honey, if I meet a guy and he's 35... That's 2 years older than my oldest child. Yeah, I can get with him. He's not younger than
I don't know about me and Columbus.
Well, think about it. Your children not in the house anymore. So it's not like, they have a father brother in the house. It's just you and your boy toy. So, yeah. It was something else. I forgot. I was going to say something else. I completely forgot because I'm getting old. I am old.
Let's see. What else? What else was that caught my attention? Malia Obama. She got a gig at a writing gig.
Yeah, I'm sure she's talented. I'm sure she's talented.
Yeah, I was listening to Michelle's book, and she was saying how she had expressed interest in writing, film writing, and the film industry, and so you
probably would have been good with that.
I think I would have too. My imagination.
Yes, you really would have. Maybe that's what you should do. Maybe you should write a play, or a movie script. And shop it.
That might be my ticket out of the ghetto.
Well, punch two, because I want to be out the ghetto too.
What are you talking about? You already had your acting career.
Yes, I am a thespian. I was in Roll Bounce. And I was in Old School Skater. Indie film. Yes, I do indies too.
Oh, man.
But
she was saying that I'm sorry. They had something, a party or something, and Steven Spielberg was there, and Malia. She said Malia never asked her to introduce her to anybody. So many famous people came by, and she showed no interest in any of that thing. But she said when she found out Steven Spielberg was there, she begged her mother to take her to introduce him to her.
That's cool.
I said that's pretty neat.
Well, what you think about Will checking himself into one of the finest psychiatric or mental facilities in the country?
I think that's a good idea. I think I'm all for that because I know that somebody have putting these.
I shouldn't. I did it to myself.
Yes, and you did. And let me tell you something. Something I wanted to say, and I wasn't going to bring it up. I was not going to bring it up. But on the ride here, I was listening to some on YouTube, and then the thing came up. After the story I was listening to came up, the girl came up and said that God came to her and told her some stuff about Will Smith. Let me tell you something. But let me tell you. She went on, she said she had dreams about Will. She said God was coming to her telling her about Will. She said 8 months ago that God came to her. She had a dream about Will Smith, and Will Smith was trying to help her do some crisis, and he was trying to maneuver some stuff. And she put the clip on there 8 months ago when she talked about that dream with Will. And then she said recently, God kept coming back to her and was telling her about some stuff about Will. She said that Will has gotten tied up into some type of witchery, sorcery type stuff. She said that, going back and trying to listen to things, but Will say he believed in God, but she's saying that Will never says Jesus or something like that. I don't know. It was quite interesting. But I wasn't going to bring it up, but I did hear her say that God came there and started talking to her about Will Smith.
I'm going to say this. If Will get the Illuminati hairdo, I might side with you. Okay.
That's not his thing. They're not going to make him do the hair. They're not going to make Will do the hair. Will got to do something else. They're not going to make Will do the hair.
Help me.
They're not. The hair is only for certain people.
Who's the hair? So the guy that was his own, that represented himself, I think down in North Carolina, where he killed his daughter and his baby mother, and he had the Jay-Z hair.
He not Illuminati. He ain't got no money. He ain't nothing.
But he got the Illuminati hair.
No, that's not just the Illuminati hair. Because that's the case, then you would think that Kodak Black was Illuminati, and he ain't nothing. No.
Okay. I would say maybe you should explain it to me, but I really don't, because then I might become a part of the Illuminati.
I already told you what it is with Jay-Z. I already told you what it is. Yeah. The Illuminati make you sacrifice something that is near and dear. The Illuminati makes you sacrifice something that's near and dear to your heart. Hair
was near and dear?
Yes, he's known for having a clean cut. You never see no picture of Jason like he need a haircut. Nah.
But he's a star. No, don't nobody need a haircut.
Yes, they do. I've seen some people who could stand a haircut here and there.
Okay.
So yes.
If I ever meet Jay-Z, I'm going to have this conversation with him. I'm going to sit him. Somehow I'm going to sit him down, and we're going to talk about his love for his hair.
Yes, and he's going to say, yes, I always kept a clean cut. Go back and look at all the pictures. You never see Jay-Z wouldn't know what he needed a haircut. I've seen pictures of R. Kelly where R. Kelly needed a haircut, and he was big and famous. Like, R. Kelly, we going to shape that back up there now.
Okay. All right. So, let's see. Where somebody's calling me right now, so I can't see the time. Oh, shout out to him. But it must be important and call back.
Oh, I know. Something else. You might need to. You want to step on?
No, I can call back.
You sure?
I know.
We got a few more minutes. Let's talk about Lee Daniels finally apologizing to Monique.
That's right.
Finally, 50 Cent did something outside of his bullying tactics, not to be uprooted by. First, you get Monique and Lee to make up, and then you turn around and say you put an APB out for Tira Marie or whatever her name is.
Does he want his money?
Then you back to asking for your money. Man, don't do a good and then turn around and go back to being bad. Come on, man. Stop it. Cut it out.
50 Cent is out of control. I be living for 50. You know why? 50 Cent really is a cancer. I'm a cancer, 50 Cent a cancer. You know who else a cancer? Kevin Hart. It's a lot of cancers. We come off irritating just because we know we can irritate people. It's really no real substance behind it. Other than we know we can irritate you, so we just gonna irritate you. So he can irritate the masses with this crazy stuff that he be doing. And then they come trolling him, which feeds him.
Man, that boy, he gets up under my skin. Oh, he gets up under my skin.
He's so out of control. But anybody you talk to, when you know, like when people talking about him, they always say what a kind heart he has. Even though
he sure don't display it. Messing with that girl, leave that girl alone. Talking about something. Anybody seen Tira Marie? She disappeared. He just,
you know what? He keeps her relevant. He keeping her relevant stuff, even though we might see it as a bad. Cause who checking for Tira Marie now? Who? If she was smart, she would capitalize on it and have her a single, and just go in a booth and make her a song and drop it.
Her career is over.
Her career doesn't have to be, as long as she's able to sing, or as long as she's able to do something, she should capital. Anytime somebody gives you a platform, you capitalize on it.
Leave the girl alone and stop.
Yeah, I agree though. But he's so funny. He's so funny.
I don't think he's funny. He's a.
I know. Is that your word for the day, clown?
No, I'm not even gonna say he's a clown. He's not a clown because that's the description for Cam Newton, clown, absolute clown. He's a bully.
If Cam is not a clown, I'd like to be in his circus.
Is there anyone you don't want to romp around with?
The list is unlimited. You have fantasy people. Cam, like you see Cam playing when he plays football, and his uniform be fitting him just right, and he is one of the quarterbacks that when I think of large quarterbacks, I think of Cam. I think, oh, yes. And speaking of quarterbacks, even though we didn't want to go too into it, but we do want to extend our condolences to the Haskins family in the loss of, former commander quarterback. And that's devastating. I can't even imagine being a mother and your 24-year-old child is gone. So, rest in peace.
Yes, indeed.
Well, that was a good way to kind of end this. Did you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm pretty good. I'm good. Anything else? No.
I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you the TikTok, Sister Mitty.
Oh.
Oh Lordy. Well,
did you see the TikTok that about the cousin who was doing the live review or whatever, and the other cousin came
and said that's nasty. I saw that.
Yo,
that was funny.
I would say that's one of my top twos now. That one and the other one where the young man was running up to the baby mama door, and he dressed with like a tree, and he runs up and be like, "Miss Jackson, open up this door."
Oh no, I haven't
you ain't ever seen. Oh my God, I gotta show you that. Girl, she was like this. This nigga crazy. She said he's dressed like a bag of weed.
TikTok. I can watch TikTok for hours.
Can you bleep out what I said?
No, I can't.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My apologies to the masses.
Anything else? I don't think so. I think spring is going to be here tomorrow, but that just means winter will be here a couple of days later.
Yes. So,
ready?
In
closing, we hope you're pleased with P.E.A.S
in the podcast.
Bye-bye. Mwah.